So have you ever been working on a box before, whether it be OSCP or a CTF, or maybe even for the real bold guys out there, bug bounties, or maybe a pen test for your job. But you might be making some progress, but then you just really hit a wall where you're kind of stuck in one area for a while, and you can't seem to break past that and be able to move forward. I mean, I know I certainly have. There's one trick that I have for you guys in those situations that I've found from personal experience to make a huge difference, a massive difference. It almost feels like magic if you apply this, so stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? Ryan from Elevate Cyber. In this video, I want to tell you something very simple, but honestly, a complete game changer in my experience. And afterwards, definitely let me know down in the comments section below if you agree. It just felt like magic when I first made this realization. And it's really not too complicated. Anyone can apply this trick that I'm about to teach you. It's not difficult at all. Anyone can do this. It's very simple, but very effective. So what I'm speaking of here is, when you hit that wall, maybe you've been working on the same thing for a prolonged period of time, like an hour, a couple hours, and whatever the case may be, you're just really stuck right there. My tip for you is just simply walk away. Take a break. This might sound very counterintuitive, right? Because try harder is the mantra, right, of OffSec, the guys that over at OSCP. And while there is a lot of truth to that, try harder, you also want to be efficient with how you work. And there's just something about it. It's hard to describe, but when you come back, if you're skeptical, try it. Take a break, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, amount of time allows. And, if you're really burnt out, or you really have been going at something for a while, maybe you don't feel burnt out, you feel like you're fine, just take a little longer break if you need it. And, doing this, what I've found is, I've applied this technique quite a bit on OSCP, especially when I was in the labs. And what I found is that, I probably should have done it more on the exam, but what I found in the labs when I was doing it was there was a lot of scenarios where I would be going after a box for about, a couple hours, and I'd be really hard stuck somewhere. I would take that break, maybe 30 minutes or so, an hour, whatever the case may be. I'd come back and I would literally root the box within 5 to 10 minutes of reapproaching the problem. And, how could this be, right? It doesn't seem like it would follow, but I think really what it is when you're really hard at work with something, a lot of times you get bogged down in the sort of technical side of it. Your brain starts being less open to seeing the full picture, the full landscape. It's almost like you zoom in, right? Like you zoom in really close. Do you ever play like an RPG, like, World of Warcraft or something? And it's kind of like that, where you zoom all the way in, you go into first person, and it's like, it looks kind of cool, I guess, but it's not practical. You can't see the whole view. You want to be zoomed out. You want to be able to see every side of your character, right? You want to be able to see all the enemies here and there, the hazards here, the fire on the ground, so you don't stand in the fire like a noob, And it's kind of like, the longer you work on a problem, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like you zoom in, you zoom in, you zoom in. Your brain gets really straight and narrow. And, sometimes you need to zoom out. And the best way to zoom out, just take a little break. 10 minutes at least, and then reapproach the problem. And then your brain will just be, you'll be less caught in the weeds, if you will. Your brain will be more free to see the full picture, the full field of battle, if you will. That has definitely been my experience. And this is definitely something that is going to help you guys with those infamous rabbit holes on the OSCP, because one of the biggest issues with the rabbit hole stuff is like when you get really stuck in the very, very straight and narrow thinking of trying to solve a particular issue that might not actually be solvable, right? That might be a rabbit hole. And you end up wasting a lot of time, precious time. Not only that, but mental resources are burned through as well, because your mental capacity to focus really hard on something is a limited resource. Make no mistake about that. So if you implement this strategy, then you can really save yourself a lot of pain, a lot of time, and a lot of mental energy that you could then use in the right places to hack those boxes, get your OSCP certification, figure out that, find that bug on the bug bounty, get your payout, and you will be very prosperous. So I hope this video really shed some light on maybe something that you overlooked perhaps. Now, I will say, if you are in that category where you're trying to go for your OSCP, or you're just trying to level up your pen testing skills, definitely check out the link in the description below for my OSCP and pen testing notes absolutely for free. They're a culmination of 5 years, me personally, in the field of offensive security. And yeah, definitely check out, next, go ahead and check out the video on screen now, for the beginner's roadmap to pen testing, if you want to learn how to get started there. And yeah, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button. It'll definitely maybe help someone out that is really struggling at these boxes and not taking breaks like they should be. And I will see you guys over in the next video. So take a click over there, and I'll see you later.